Welcome, replay viewers. This is Darin Kidd, the #1 network marketing trainer on Periscope. On my Periscope, I teach you tips and techniques that have taken me over 24 years to learn, that have actually made me millions of dollars. And so when you watch the Periscopes that I'm doing, well, you don't have to spend over 20 years trying to figure out what to do right. I'm going to help shave years off of your learning curve. So as you're checking in, you will see on the screen different ways to stay in touch. Okay, and the one that I want to bring your attention to is succeedwithdarin.com, and make sure to click the stay in touch, fill out that form, because what we're going to do is we're going to be sending out newsletters maybe once a week and different announcements as I do training, not just on Periscope, but also Facebook Live. I was actually trying to do Facebook Live and Periscope at the same time, but I was having an issue with trying to figure out on the iPad, and I didn't want to wait any longer. I wanted to jump on here and get this information to you so you can immediately go out there and put it into action. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, let me get rid of the troll. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to, if you can click on the icon at the bottom. Let me click it around here. So see succeedwithdarin.com and quick. Appreciate everybody joining. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do 30 seconds of shout out. So if you see the icon right at the bottom, if you can click on that and you can click share with all of your followers. Also make sure to do that on Periscope because you want your team. It's going to be a generic training. I'm not mentioning any company because I want you to feel safe coming on the Periscope. And so you want your team running like crazy the next 24 hours. So let me help you double your business. So thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Raps, Ashley Designs, Janice. Wow, y'all are fast. 77, L Take, Jeannie Pullen, Donna, Aaron, Lacey, Brooke, D. Skidmore, Ontario Nerium, Blue Eyes, B. Park. You guys are awesome. Taylor Weekly, Mars Loves Nerium, Deb Roseberry. We appreciate everyone doing that. And here's what I noticed too yesterday. The numbers that you're seeing on the screen right now, if you see there's 192 people and growing extremely fast in the room. When we got off the Periscope, those numbers are not right. It was like 3 times the amount that it was showing on the screen. So definitely continue to share it or share if you have not shared, because I've got my notepad and pen ready. And what I'm going to share with you, so let me do my introduction once again. Thanks to all of you. I'm the #1 network marketing trainer on Periscope. On my Periscopes, I teach you the tips and techniques that have taken me over 24 years to learn, made me millions of dollars in the industry, built massive teams, so you don't have to spend over 20 years trying to figure out what to do right. This is a platform. So many people say, Darin, can you mentor me, train me? This is a platform that I can actually come to you right in front of you, give you as much as I possibly can, no matter what company you're involved in, and help you achieve your goals and your dreams. So that excites me. Hopefully it excites you. So here's what we do, because we're down to the final round of the month. As we know, 80% happens the last 20% of the month. So I'm going to give you some bullet points. Hopefully you have a pen and paper handy. This replay will be up for 24 hours, so you want to share it with everyone on your team. Because do you want your team having a sense of urgency? Do you want them having a better attitude? Do you want them knowing, here's what you do, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, and just driving throughout the end of the month? And then what's going to happen if you teach them to do what I'm going to share with you, and they do that leading into the beginning of the month, you start to marry the months together. So most people have 12 months in their year. Well, in your network marketing business, you're going to have 14, 15 months. Because most people, what they do is the last few days of the month, they get discouraged because their goals look too far away. They give up way too early and they go, I'll just start at the beginning of next month. Then it takes them a few days in the beginning of next month to get rolling. And next thing you know, you've lost a week at least of momentum. And momentum is hard to get. It is easy to advance, but it's also easy to lose. So it's like a car that ran out of gas. If you give it everything you have, it's in neutral. You're trying to get it out of the highway and you're pushing as hard as you possibly can. You're sweating, you fall, you skin your knee. But once you get the car moving, you can take one hand and continue to push that car and keep it moving. But if you take your hand off, then what happens? It stops and you have to start completely over. So I'm telling you, have faith that what I'm going to teach you works. Trust me, don't focus on the results. It's not about the results. It's about each and every one of us that every month we're growing as leaders. You will grow before your income grows. We don't make what we want, we make what we are. And so when you're going through that emotional roller coaster and you're getting discouraged, remember it's called the process. Don't get mad at the process. Jim Rohn says, don't wish it was easier, wish we were better. The size of the challenge determines the size of the paycheck. And people go, hey, well, I'm tired of pushing. Well, here's the alternative. We work the 40-40-40 plan, 40 hours a week. My plan was if I work my job, it's going to be 40 hours a week for the next 40 years to retire on less than 40% of what I could not live on to begin with. All right, I don't know where all these trolls are coming from. That's what happens. We've gained a lot of followers, and so you have to block some of these dudes. All right, that's the only way they can get any attention. Yep, sit in their mom's basement trying to get attention. All right, as a probably a 40-year-old man. All right, so let's keep on rolling. So let's stay focused. And so here's what's going to happen. You're gonna go through the emotional roller coaster. We get paid based on the size of the problem that we can solve. Don't focus on the results. The results will discourage you. Now, it doesn't mean you don't have goals that you're shooting for by the end of the month. Okay, you definitely have goals. But what if you give it every single thing that you have and you barely miss it? It's okay. You've grown. You've stretched like a rubber band. If you stretch like a rubber band as far as you possibly can without snapping that rubber band, it'll never go back to its original shape. So every month we stretch as leaders. And most people, they won't do this. They'll go, and let me just say this, back to the job part. I got distracted with the troll. My job would never give me the lifestyle that I wanted with my family. Okay, so the last 4 years, I was telling my wife, do you realize previously, it would have taken us over 40 years to earn what we've earned in network marketing in the last 4 years. So yes, we've worked extremely hard the last several years to really explode our income, right? But we've saved probably 40 years off of our life having to work, and it's given us a dream lifestyle. Okay, so is it work? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. So here's what we're gonna talk about. So we talked about it's a process, and I like to repeat myself a lot in case you hadn't noticed. And there's a reason for that. It's not because I like to hear myself talk. I get tired of hearing myself talk, but spaced repetition. So it takes the fourth or fifth time we retain over 50% after the fifth time that we hear or see or read something. So over 52% of what we retain is after the fifth time. So when you go, man, you're repeating the same thing over and over and over again. When it gets to the point, the late billionaire Paul Meyer said, when it gets to the point, they say, I'm sick of you saying that, then you know you're starting to get it, right? That's when you know you're starting to get it. When you go, man, I know what he's going to say before he even says it. So it is a process. We grow before our income grows. And here's what the late billionaire Paul Meyer said as well, because some people go, it's not even possible. I have seen people do amazing things. It's like the Bannister with the 4-minute mile. They thought that a human being could not possibly run a 4-minute mile. It wasn't possible. And then once Bannister broke that 4-minute mile, then people started doing it. It was like it was nothing. No, it wasn't like it was nothing, but it was a bunch of people that started breaking the 4-minute mile. So I've seen people break the 4-minute mile. They go, man, there's only 24 hours left. And they go out there and give it everything that they have. And they did what most people thought was impossible. And they had never had experience in the industry. And then what it did was people started to use that story. Then other people started to think they could do it too. And every time, this is $1 million nugget. Every time that I go to a different level in my business, it is because I finally believed that I could. Sometimes the enemy can be the inner me. That law of the lid is what we put on ourselves. And the way that you change that law of the lid, the way that you believe that you can do more is you get on things like this. You be careful who you associate with, because our associations are like an elevator. They take us up or they bring us down, and we become the average of the 5 people that we hang around the most. So when you hang around people, or you're on this Periscope, and you're going, man, Darin, I feel like you're talking directly to me. I am talking directly to you. And I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself, because I was bankrupt 17 years ago. My car was repossessed. I failed at network marketing for 7 years. I was on Medicaid, government assistance. How did I go out and do what I've done in the industry? Because I had people that came into my life that saw more in me than I saw in myself. So it's a process. But going that last straight stretch throughout the end of the month, the billionaire Paul Meyer said, never give mental recognition to the possibility of defeat. Let me repeat that again. Never give mental recognition to the possibility of defeat. You can't have a negative and a positive thought in your mind at the same time. If I say, don't think of a pink elephant, you just thought of a pink elephant. So when you're going for a rank, you go, I am a whatever rank that is. In that negative weed seed, 1 ounce of doubt and you're out. It comes in there. You have to take it like a dirty glass of water and you put it under the spigot and you have clean water flowing into the dirty water and it will displace the dirty water. So you have to have affirmations which are positive, present tense, like I am this. Because you have to see it here before you can ever see it there. So when you go, man, well, it looks impossible. No, I am this level. I've had it on the back of business cards in front of my speedometer, dry erase marker on my mirrors, and on my day planner, on notepads. Everywhere I looked, it was just reinforcing my goal. And then I didn't stop until the bell rings. That's the difference. And people that get ahead, it's that slight edge every single month where they go, it's like Rocky. The one where he was in the movie, I forget which Rocky it was, with Tommy Morrison. And they're out back and they're fighting and Rocky's down and Tommy's walking away and Rocky gets up and he goes, I didn't hear a bell, one more round. Well, that's what we do. We're fighting for our families. You're fighting for freedom. You're fighting to retire someone you love and care about. You're fighting to give to that charity. Okay, you're fighting for once in our life we get paid what we're worth, not someone else dictate what we're worth. So never give mental recognition to the possibility of defeat. Do you know how many times people call me and they go, Darin, if I would have known that I was that close, okay, to my goal, then I would have worked so much harder. And I'm sitting here going, that's what I told you. Don't quit. Okay, never give mental recognition to the possibility of defeat. You work into the last minute because then what happens is you grow. Okay, even if you didn't hit that rank, you grew as a leader. And just because you didn't hit that rank or whatever that goal was, doesn't mean you failed. It means you still succeeded because you grew as a leader and you stretched. So never give mental recognition of the possibility of defeat. So what do we do the next 24 hours? Here's what we do. You do not leave your financial future in anyone else's hands. I've had people go, why email my team? Let me know if you need any help. Emails and text messages have no emotion. You can do that in addition, okay, to everything else, but they have no emotion. So what you have to do is you have to pick up the phone. Your phone is your best friend. Your phone is your best friend. And you put it up to your ear and you call them and you dial for dollars. So if you're on there and you're going, let's say, who is that? I saw Regina. So if I go, hey, Regina, did you realize you're only this far away from this rank? Now, Regina may not most people don't realize. I would say 80 to 90% of your team doesn't realize how close they are to the next rank because they're distracted with distractions, the distractions of life. And so she may go, wow, Darin, I didn't realize I was that close. Yes. So where are you now? When you ring the bell, you go through your organization, you've got a notepad or a whiteboard and go, where are you now? Well, Regina says I'm right at this rank. Where do you want to be by the end of the month? Regina, do you realize all you need is 2 more recruits? All you need is this much more volume. Is that something that you want to do? Because we can absolutely get that done. Yes or no? If she says yes, I put Regina's name down and then I put what we need to get her where she needs to be. And that is and when I do that in a leg of my organization, that shows me the potential growth of that organization. Then I know who wants to walk. I know who wants to run. And so you ring the bell, ding, 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 calling through everyone, massive sense of urgency. There's a difference in working your business and driving your business. Working your business is hey everybody, go hard, go, go, go. We're going to crush this thing. I sent you a motivating email. Okay, call me if you need me. That's working. Driving your business is getting on the phone. You don't leave your financial future in anyone else's hands. You know exactly where they are, what they need to go to the next rank. You ask them, is that something they want to do? Because they may go, no, I'm going out of town tomorrow, out of the country. I won't even have access to my phone. So you can't go, I need you to go to this rank because I need to go to the next rank. No, they're tuned into their favorite radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? So when you have them going for their goals, it's like Jim Rohn says, you're automatically going to get what you want if you help someone else get what they want. So you ring the bell, you take inventory, you map it out. That's the potential growth of your organization. And let's see where we are. And then just bring in awareness. By the way, just you calling through, going, here's where you are, here's what you need to go to the next rank. Is that something you want to do? Just that awareness will increase your business. Trust me, just that awareness, just letting everybody know what they need to go to the next rank. And then what you do is you impose your will. What do I mean by impose your will? Thank you, Plexus14, for sharing, by the way, okay? Because you want your whole team hearing this, right? You want to hearing this now, right now. You want to share it. The bottom icon. Share with all your followers, your Twitter, Facebook. I don't share with everybody because you want your team running like crazy to close out this month and kicking off next month. Thanks, everybody, for sharing. So how do I impose my will? So if I'm on the phone with Regina and she tells me what she needs, or we look at what she needs, and yes, Darin, I want to go for that. And sometimes I remind them or I ask them, hey, remind me once again. So all of you, like I can't get all of you to share with me, but why are you running? Why are you working your business? Okay, you have to put an emotional attachment to the business because if not, you're not going to do it for the money. Okay, we quit for the money. We have to put an emotional attachment to the money. Your kids, so maybe you've got a picture of your kids. Maybe you told them you're going to Disney World. You've got that in front of you. So maybe I reminded Regina of why she told me she was doing the business. And then what I do is I go, okay, who can we get on the phone right now that we can do a three-way call? Who of you had sample product? Who has looked at a website? Who has looked at a magazine? Right? So I call that in play. They hadn't said yes, hadn't said no. Okay, welcome Istanbul. And they're looking at information and we can get on the phone and I impose my will. Instead of tell, that's what I used to do. Tell them what to do, then tell them what to do, then tell them what to do. Let's tell, show, try, do. Tell them what to do. Hey, Regina, I want you to three-way that person you were just telling me about. Here's how you do it. You see on your phone, it says add a call. You have an iPhone, so add a call. Then I want you to dial the number. As soon as they answer, okay, you're going to see a merge button come up. And here's what I want you to say to them. And then all of a sudden she tries it. She says, hey, listen, I've got someone, you got to hear their story. She merges the call. I share my quick story. We get off the phone. She's like, oh my gosh, I've been hearing about this three-way call thing all this time. And it was so simple. So now she starts doing it with or without me. So tell, show, try, do. So that's three-way calls or one way to impose your will. Another way that I look at it is how can I leverage myself? Private conference calls are a great way to leverage yourself. So maybe you go to freeconferencecall.com, you get a free conference call bridge, maybe you do a Zoom party or a Skype or whatever you use. A lot of people are using Zoom these days. And you put 5 or 10 of their prospects and you teach them what to say. Hey, I'm excited about something. I'm running for a promotion. I know what I'm doing may or may not be for you, but I would love for you to get on here. It would help me. It's part of my training just to get your feedback. If you ask me to do that, I would do it for you. I'm hoping you will do it for me. Simple enough. So now you have 5 people on that Zoom. And then at the end of the day, I say, how many times was the story shared on my behalf throughout the day with their company through conference calls and all that? So instead of me having to track down 5 people, we just had 5 people on one conference call that all heard the information at one time. All right, so we have the private conference calls, sit downs. Okay, no boobs here, right? This is all you're going to get right here. That's it. That's it. You get all boob action you're getting. They'll probably jump off the Periscope after that one. All right, so sit downs. Who can you take to coffee tomorrow? All All right, so who can you take for coffee? Who can you take to lunch? Meals make money. So if you can have 2 or 3 people you take to lunch, parties, home parties. Can you call some people tomorrow and say, hey, can you swing by my house after work? Because I'm grabbing pizza and I've got something, I'm doing a celebration. My wife and I are working on a business project, and you get 2, 3, 4, 5 people at your house tomorrow night. So that's some of the ways that you can, impose your will. And I like to work smart. So when I can leverage myself on a conference call, on a Zoom, getting people over, to a house, and you talk to 4, 5, 10 people at one time. Okay, that's what I like to do. And then you marry the months together. So what you do is you close out the month as hard as you possibly can, and then you're going into, all right, Istanbul, we're doing some training here. So just check out the Periscope title, and that'll kind of tell you what I do. Then you go into the beginning of the month, you're marrying the months together, and then you'll create that momentum. So does this make sense to everyone, what I just shared with you on the Periscope? Let me just see if you have any questions. Good. Any quick last minute questions? What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to Facebook Live since I couldn't do it at the same time. So if you go to facebook.com/, I'll actually put it on my screen again here in just a second. And I'll try to do another training like this. Man, I don't know if I can do it like this again because I've used a lot of energy and I'm burning up, already sweating, turning red because I get excited about, helping you make a difference. All right, everybody, hold on one second. Okay, here we go. So any other questions real quick? So make sure you share this. 24 hours. What if every single person on your team heard this Periscope? What if every single person on your team is ringing the bell, taking inventory? What if every person on your team, the only thing they got out of this Periscope was having the right philosophy and the right attitude, right? The right philosophy and the right attitude where they go, look, I'm not quitting. I'm going to marry the months together. I will until. I put that on my wall. Someone said, Darin, success is buried right underneath frustration. I was like, I have to be close. I can't get any more frustrated. Right? So that's normal. But what if your whole team listen to this and go, man, I'm going to crush this thing and I'm going to close out this month and give it everything that I had. You could double your business. Now, if you have a big team, it's hard to double your business in the next 24 hours. If you have a smaller team, it's easier to do that. But I'll guarantee you this, you teach your team to start doing this every single month, then what's going to happen is you will double your team. You will create an explosion in your team. So let me go ahead and show you the Facebook. Hold on one second. There it is. Oh, everybody's sharing. Succeed with Darin. So facebook.com, succeed with Darin. Also, succeedwithdarin.com. You'll see all the icons on there where you just click on it, go straight to my Facebook page. Make sure you like the Facebook page. You also can click it where you see it first on your news feed. And then go to facebook.com/succeed with Darin. I'm going to try to do a quick live training on Facebook Live here to help you close out your month. All right, so everybody have an awesome night. If you want to scoot over to Facebook Live, I'm going to try to do a quick one on Facebook Live. Yes, Christy, facebook.com/succeed with Darin. You got it. All right, appreciate everybody joining. Talk to you soon. Take care.